Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. I know you guys have not seen me in so long. You guys probably already forgot who the heck I am, but my name is Celeste. Welcome back to my channel. I already said that. But this is like my mid-year check-in because I know at the beginning of the year I'm like, I'm gonna get a high rise, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds, I'm gonna become famous on social media. And here's my update on how all of that's going so far. So let me start it off with the good news. I'm actually down 20 pounds, you guys, and I feel amazing. It's crazy because I see the number on the scale shift. Like I believe at the beginning of the year I was at 257 and it would fluctuate between like 256 to 258 sometimes. But now I am down to 236 and I could not believe it. I'm so thankful, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I am on a semi-glutide. I know I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Like I'll only do it if it's my last resort. But I caved and I did it because I was feeling desperate and I was just feeling like I just needed a way out. And I'm gonna tell you the pros and cons about it. The pros are it does balance your hormones so you don't feel crazy and hungry all the time. Also too, you do start to lose the weight pretty rapidly, and as you start to do that, you get more motivated. So you're just like, okay, I'm losing weight, like I gotta continue to eat better, to do better, to work out, to do all this stuff. And also too, it's not just like, I guess the pro about it is it's not just like a weight loss medication that you take and you don't have to do anything to lose weight. I know some people use it like that, but me personally, I do not use it like that because I was using it mainly to build better habits and kind of just get control of like my binge eating, which had helped me so much, you guys. And let me tell you, when I first got on it, I ended up binge eating still, not all the time, but like the first week or two, I think I did binge eat. And let me tell you, I was so sick. I was throwing up. And at one point, I threw up so much that I cracked a blood vessel in my eye, and my whole corner of my eye was just a bright red. It was horrifying. It looked so scary. And I had to go to work like that for a whole week. So after that, I vowed to myself that I will never put myself in that situation again. I have pushed away alcohol for the most part. I don't really drink at all. I will have cravings for alcohol here and there, but I know that if it's anything sugary, I cannot drink it because I will literally be dying the next day. And I just feel like it's just, it really has changed my eating habits and really helped me a lot. The cons are the sickness that you get, and I think that's just it. It's like the sickness that you get. But if I'm being completely honest, I only have gotten sick when I decided to starve myself or I wasn't eating enough protein. That's when I'm nauseous and I'm not feeling good and I'm not eating the right foods. If you inject and you end up having like bad side effects, you need to realize like maybe I'm not eating what I'm supposed to be eating. Because anytime I was sick, it was because I was eating greasy food still. Even if it wasn't like in a big like portion of it, I was still eating greasy food and my stomach couldn't handle it. Or I was just not eating at all and my stomach was trying to like feed on something but it couldn't find anything, so I was feeling nauseous. So that is my experience on it. And also too, I noticed I had 2 months. Okay, so the first couple months I ended up staying on the lowest dose, and I started this on April 20th. So the first couple months I stayed on the lowest dose because I was just like kind of, my body was getting used to it. And then in June, I had a really great month. And that's when I started dropping weight pretty rapidly. And I felt good. I was taking my vitamins every day because you need to make sure that you're taking your vitamins. And I was also getting a good amount of sleep. And I was working out almost every day. And I was meal prepping, and I had like fruit with meals. I wasn't really eating a lot of carbs. I was just eating like a lot of protein. And I was only eating 2 meals, but I was eating 2 big meals a day. And I felt great. And it was so good, you guys, that in July, and like you can tell as a woman, you can tell your body like what stage it's in and how it's working when your menstrual cycle comes. Because when your menstrual cycle comes and you are dying on the floor in a fetal position, chances are you're dehydrated, you're not really taking care of yourself, and yeah. So this, because of everything great that I did in June, in July, I kid you not, I didn't even know my period came. Like, my period ended up coming early. I had no symptoms. I had no bloating. I wasn't craving everything in my refrigerator. And on top of that, like, I didn't go through that phase. You know when women go through their period and they feel like they look ugly, they look hideous, and you're just like, oh my God, I hate myself. I did not go through that. And I was just like, hell yeah, I loved it. And then this is the thing with me. Once I start to see like I'm doing a great job, I end up sometimes self-sabotaging myself, which I'm not gonna do that anymore. Not doing that anymore. But in July, I ended up not taking my vitamins anymore. I upped my dose, so I wasn't really eating at all. And it was very stressful at work, and I was working pretty long days. And I ended up not going to the gym a lot because I was just so like tired every time I came home. And even when I woke up in the morning, I just didn't even want to freaking get up to go to the gym. So it was not a good month for me. And I didn't gain weight, but I didn't lose weight. And then that's when I realized, like, okay, I'm on the higher dose now, but I'm not losing weight. And it's because I'm not eating, not taking my vitamins, I'm not taking care of myself. And then I believe not last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, I did end up getting sick. And it almost felt like the same type of sickness that I got when I first took the shot. And it's crazy because I actually didn't take the shot until a little after I started feeling sick. But it was like, I didn't know if I was sick or if I was just exhausted, because I've been going through it at my job. And I was just like, what the hell? And I was out for 3 days. Like, I felt so weak. And even when I went back to work, I felt just still so out of it. And I'm like, okay, Celeste, like, you haven't been taking your vitamins, you haven't been meal prepping, like, you need to get it together. And then that kind of fell in line with, like, I haven't even updated you guys, I haven't even posted any videos. And it makes me sad because at the beginning of the year, like, some of you guys were cheering me on and were like, girl, you need to post, like, I love your videos. And then I just disappeared, and I don't want to do that anymore. So that's why I'm here. I said I was gonna make this video short, but here I am in 7 minutes. I'm just talking about the semaglutide. But okay, so I'm not in a high rise. You guys can see I'm still in my apartment, and that's totally fine because I still live in a luxury apartment in Irvine. However, I said that I was gonna be in a high rise by the end of this year. It just didn't work out like that, and that's totally fine with me because they only raised my rent by $1, and I love this community. I don't know why I was thinking about like just moving like an hour away. And here's the thing with me, I feel like I was kind of just trying to push myself out and like make myself do content full time. But honestly, you guys, I'm scared. Like, I have a good job right now, and in this economy, like, I can't just quit. I cannot just quit and just try and make it off content. Like, I know it would work out for me, but my nervous system cannot handle that right now. It can't. So I'm still in my apartment, and I love it, and I'm so thankful, and it is what it is. I didn't move to a high rise. As for my content creation career, as you guys can tell, I kind of took a little break, and I don't want to beat myself up for it, but I kind of do, because I just feel like if I were more consistent, this would definitely be going somewhere way quicker. But unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, I am one of the most important people at my job. So with that being said, I do treat it like it's my own business. And when there are stressful things going on, like, I feel like it's just like any other stressful thing in your life. If your family's going through something, or if you're dealing with something, like, that's how I feel about my job. So it's just been taking a lot from me. But I've been having this realization like the past couple weeks where I'm just like, who cares? Like, who cares about your excuses? Nobody cares about your excuses. Like, you need to get up and you need to do what you said you were gonna do. And I've been listening to Leo Skeppy. I just found out who he is, and I absolutely love his videos. And there is this one video that just I keep on replaying, and it is called The Lack of Self-Discipline Makes You Ugly. And in the video, he talks about how basically you disrespect yourself every time that you don't keep a promise to yourself. And that really hit me, because I'm just like, how many promises have I made to myself that I've just put on the back burner because I'm like, nah, I just got to get this done first. So I'm done with that. I'm done with the inconsistency. I'm done with fronting and being like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, then I'm not doing this. Like, I'm so sick of my old, like, I'm so sick of my own shit right now. And I still work my job, and I need to somehow make this content a thing, because I just know that this is what's meant for me. Whether it's me sharing my weight loss story, my binge eating addiction, or just like, you know, my whole manifesting and everything. I just don't know. I just feel like I'm meant to be on YouTube and famous. But yeah. So that is the update, you guys. I'm going to be more consistent with you guys, and I'm really going to start working more on like a food weekly journal diary, so that way you guys can see what I'm eating on my semi-glutide, how many times I'm working out, and how fast the weight is coming off. Because let me tell you guys, once you do the shot and you're doing everything right, that weight just melts off. And it's kind of crazy because I look at myself and I'm like, why do I not look like skinnier? But I can definitely see in my face, like my face is way more slim, and I've always had a round face. However, like before my last videos, you guys probably seen that I always have my hair like this, because I just don't like showing like how round my face is. And beforehand it was like big, but it's way better now. I'm also being able to fit into my clothes better. And something that blew my mind the other day is I had these knee-high boots that I had bought last year on Shein, and my foot was so fat it would not even fit in those boots. And the other day I wore them because we had a special meeting, and you guys, I finally fit in them. And it's like little things like that that just make me like, okay, like this is worth it. But yeah, you guys, thank you for tuning in. And I'm sorry that I've been MIA, but please, 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 please don't leave me. I sound like a toxic ex-boyfriend, huh? All right, guys, I will catch you on the next video. Bye.